All right, Virgos, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for December 4th through the 10th of 2017, and this video is for Sidereal. If you are new to the channel or don't know what Sidereal Astrology is, be sure to check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. All right, so Virgo this week, a lot of emphasis on your third house still. This is the house of learning, and it's also the house of communication. And you've likely noticed an emphasis here the past week or two. So good to continue to focus on this. And if last Sunday, leading into this week, if you did notice there was some insight about where you can expand your horizons, where you can think big, see the big picture and the importance of that in your life, and maybe even too, a sort of high point with travel or philosophy and that kind of expansive stuff, really good to implement those insights this week as we are in the disseminating phase of the cycle, which is about implementing that full moon insight. So up until Thursday, we are going to have Mercury retrograde in your fourth house. This is the house of home, location, family, maybe your health. So redoing some of this stuff up until Thursday. And then the second half of the week, maybe revisiting some of the stuff that you have been doing involving learning or reading or writing or communication, which is where all those planets are in the third. All right, so let's look at all this here in more detail when we return. All right, Virgo, so here is your chart for the week. There are all the planets there in your third house. So yeah, there could be this focus on this importance of practicality in your life. If it's not specifically practical things like reading, writing, short distance travel, it's just, you're more practical, more objective, more rational, you could say at this time. So great to be focused on that, right? But in terms of the unfoldment of the week, let's take a look here at day by day here. On Tuesday, Chiron does go station direct, and this is going to be in your seventh house of relationships. So a lot of you over the past year plus have been maybe healing relationships, or you're noticing more interactions like that have to do with healing, or maybe you're healing wounds you may have about relationships. So this has all kind of been on the back burner the past 5 or 6 months during his retrograde. But now that Chiron's moving direct, you may notice a shift here around Tuesday about now reintegrating this healing into your relationships or about relationships. So good to face some wounds there, go into that relationship area if you're guided to, and I think through that feeling healed and rejuvenated. So once we get to Wednesday, Mercury is going over Saturn for the second time because of this retrograde. And what's nice about it this time is that Mars is sextiling up to that conjunction. So with this whole re-examination I was saying about maybe your home life, or your roots or locations up until Thursday. This is something that I think you're going to really be building here for these next 2 years, and that's Saturn making his way into your fourth house. So it's going to be the time, and it is the time, to build some solid foundations here and work hard at it, be patient with this area. And so Wednesday, there could be this sort of serious energy about building some foundations, getting this greater connection to your roots, your family, building your home, whatever that might be. But patience is the key, but I think you're going to have that sort of awareness midweek, not to mention Mars in supportive aspect to it may give you some motivation towards that as well. And Mars in the first house means the past couple months, a lot of you have been very direct lately, maybe more confident, more about pursuing your goals. And so I think that's a good energy to cultivate as well if you are feeling it here around Wednesday. So that Thursday time, we are going to have Mercury going retrograde back into that third house of communication. So for those of you who have been literally doing things in this area, it will be time to revisit some of this stuff. You'll be rethinking it, but it's such a good time for like editing, revising, going back and, fixing things maybe if it's involved with that in some way. So allow yourself the time to do that. Also, brainstorming is really good. And again, just being flexible to learning, open to learning is a fantastic way of working with that Mercury retrograde. So Sunday, we have the last aspects of the week, one of which is Mercury trining Uranus. So I think there is a bit of change and freedom this weekend, quite liberating feeling. It could be involving those relationships for you where Uranus is. So yeah, could be some new and different things with relationships, new and different perspectives. The communication sector is supporting that as well, sharing ideas with others, that type of stuff. And you may even notice that there's some insights about your career. It's possible. Or maybe you're just doing something on that realm that's new and different and maybe exciting. So along with that trine, though, we do have Venus squaring up to Neptune. So there might be some uncertainty, doubts, or apathy or something like that, or wanting to escape in general. So if you are feeling that, I think it's good to bring some present moment awareness to this. That's essentially what Neptune's helping us do, is be more present. And it could be involving your finances or resources, which are going to be expanding for you in 2018 with Jupiter going into your second. But if it's involving the finances or your self-worth or resources, or maybe even about possibilities in life, again, present moment can help us ground that energy and, live more presently with that. So that coupled with the Mercury trining Uranus does give an interesting dichotomy, two very different energies of receptivity, building that, but then also being open to new change and freedom in general. All right, so Virgo, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast. Take care.